Okay, doubtful will be Luke Musgrave, Luke Tenuta, Christian Watson, Emmanuel Wilson, Devondre Campbell. Questionable, Robert Rochelle, Darnell Savage, T.J. Slayton, and Dontavian Wicks.
Was Wicks able to do anything for you today?
It was very limited, very limited.
So for a guy who's a rookie and is obviously banged up, what does he have to show you over the next, whatever, many hours?
I think it's going to be more conversational. See where he's at, and then test him pregame.
As a young guy without that experience, is it, mentally, is he, you got that trust in him to go out there if he feels good?
Well, yeah, we'll see. That's part of the conversation.
They're going to have Addison available. What kind of bind does that put you when they have their two main cogs? I assume he's available. He's questionable.
Yeah. No, he's a hell of a player, and he's been impressive. He's a guy that obviously we spent a lot of time on in the draft process, watching him, and then just to see what he's been able to do over the course of the season has been super impressive. I thought he was really good when he was here, and they played us in game one, and so I think he's just a guy that he creates a lot of problems because you can't just totally take away one person because they got other guys to go to, him and Osborne as well. So I just think he's a really good, young, dynamic receiver.
Was Dontavian able to practice today?
It was very limited.
Very limited. How do you look in the time that he was out there?
Looked like he was limited.
Matt, we've asked you a lot about the rookie tight ends this year, but with Josiah, how important, how vital do you think he's been having him in that room with them this year as sort of one of those veteran presence?
Yeah, I think Joe's done a great job really kind of taking the reins of that room and being the leader in that room. He always approaches just everything he does the right way, from practice to the meetings. I think he's been just a great example for those young players on what it takes to just prepare yourself to go out and play a game. So I think he's been, you don't always see his contributions on the stat sheet. I think it's more than that.
You've obviously had receivers in and out for quite a while now, but you've still managed to have the production. What does it say about just the ability of Jordan and you and everybody else, Vrabel, to get whoever's ready out there to be productive?
Yeah, well, I think it speaks most to the guys individually, just making sure that they stay ready so they don't have to get ready, that kind of mindset. And but I think Vrabes has done an outstanding job. Obviously, I think Jordan does a great job of just trying to read plays true to the progression and what the defense presents, and then just going through his reads, throwing on time, and then those guys are ultimately making plays for him as well. So I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but it is definitely just speaks to the depth that we have here in that room.
Jordan's had moving parts all around him since literally week one this season. I mean, it's been unbelievable week after week, whether you're a first-year starting quarterback or not. I mean, how difficult is that at that position, and what do you think of the way he's handled that?
Yeah, I think it when you really sit there and think about it, Ryan, it makes everything that he's been able to do that much more impressive, because that's not always easy to do. Obviously, he's got a lot on his plate as it is, just playing that position, and that comes with it naturally. But when you really think about just all the revolving door around him, and for him to be going out there and playing at a consistent level and playing at a high level, I just think it's a big time credit to himself.
Is that because he reads the plays, the progressions so well? Is it from the unflappability that you talked about, or where does that come from?
Yeah, I think it's all of that. Just his mindset and trying to play each play as its own entity based on what the defense is presenting in that situation, and just being disciplined. So I think he's done a hell of a job with that.
TJ Slayton's presence doesn't always show up on the stat sheet, but what is his steady presence this season provided to those around him when he's on the field?
Yeah, I think TJ's done a great job. Just obviously he's our biggest body inside, and then he's provided not only in the run support, but I would say in his ability to get push in the pocket and on those passing downs and when he's in there. And I think he's progressed really well over these last couple of years.